Hello, this is my presentation for my capstone paper with which I end the class. I hope you enjoyed. Please forgive any speaking errors as live recordings are not my strong suit. Thank you. My topic is for the capstone paper is on the endless cycles of genocide enacted against the Native American tribes since settler arrival, with an added focus placed on how those tactics evolved over time, making the old definition of genocide an incomplete source in regard to the tribes of America. I chose this as my topic because Native tribes have endured a long-standing suffering that changes tactics rather than stopping. As such, I felt grossly unfair to me how Native suffering is rarely given the same exposure as the big three of genocides, so to speak, including the Holocaust. The fact that there are so many tribes with a variation of experiences requires a much more complex understanding of how genocide works and why it endures. My thesis is how Natives are facing genocides more than many groups in America using outward violence, forced absence of genocidal campaigns by the government and historians in the wake of tribal defense measures, the destruction of culture, denial of land, sexual assault, and attacks on reproduction. Such actions are done with the intent of unending colonization and domination over territories. I care very much about my topic and did my best to be a respectful historian, avoiding stereotyping and Eurocentric biases to the best of my ability, as well as using sources that enhance the Native experiences rather than adding to the myth-making on the founding of America. I did encounter a surprise in my research that altered my preliminary thesis, that being the idea of rebellion by Native tribes accidentally causing previous genocidal actions against them to be deliberately forgotten by the governments and historians. I had never heard of resistance movements and actions being used to overshadow previous campaigns of violence before I made this paper. However, the fact improved my arguments greatly. I tried to include this forced forgetting, so to speak, within my thesis and throughout the paper more. I used 3 primary sources, all educational books by respected authors within the field, to back up any and all historical claims throughout my capstone paper. My personal favorite being the book Colonial Genocide in Indigenous North America, this volume right here. The academic essays within provided different viewpoints regarding the negative enduring effects colonization has left on the nation. It was this book that inspired me to add more detail to my thesis. Each source enhanced my understanding of the topic and helped me call back to previous points at the time of my paper's ending. My conclusion from all this being that genocide against natives is not getting better over time. That is a myth. The tactics have only evolved non-stop since settler arrival within the United States. These actions will not improve unless they are better understood and studied with a more complex, nuanced definition of genocide that accounts for a variety of human experiences. I hope with my paper that I am able to shed a bit more light on things that some may have missed or been blinded by their own experiences to notice. I do not claim to be an expert in this field. My goal with this capstone paper is to educate myself and to enhance my own abilities as a historian. I thank you for your time.